Hello, welcome back. Last month was a record for the number of arrests that directly followed the programme. This month looks as though it could even beat last month's record. We've had an enormous number of calls of enormous quality. Already, detectives and police officers are out checking out named individuals. Sue.
Well, our first case was the murder of jeweller Christopher Cumley in Stoke Newington in North London, just days before he'd planned to leave the business for good. Shortly before 10 o'clock in the morning, on Wednesday the 17th of June, two men came into the shop and Mr. Cumley was shot at point-blank range. Just a few gold chains were stolen. His dog, Sasha, was shot too, and she died trying to give chase. Now, Mr. Stoodley, you've actually had some quite good calls, I gather.
Yes, we have. We've had about 30 calls, some of which are very promising, and hopefully we can follow up those calls, which will assist us greatly in this inquiry.
There were three particular callers you would like to call again.
Yes, there were. There were three callers who have phoned in, refused to give us names. One in particular has said that that person knows the identity of the two suspects, and I would appeal to that person to phone us again, either here tonight at Crimewatch or at Arbour Square on the number we've given tomorrow.
And all those callers can speak to you in confidence on that number? Certainly
can, yes. In strict confidence, I would talk to them and listen to what they've got to say.
And it's 01488 5212?
That's correct, yes.
Right. What about all those people at the bus stop? Have any of those come forward?
Yes, we've had three people who were at the bus stop who have phoned, and we will see them in the course of the next couple of days and see what information they can give us.
Right. And several people saw the dog Sasha?
Yes, we've had two callers who saw the dog in particular roads, and this may give us a clue as to the route taken by one of the suspects.
Right. And finally, quite a few people wanted to see the video fit again, so
yes.
perhaps we could do that and have the description.
Yes, well, the man shown in the video fit, as we said, is 6 foot tall. He's described as being particularly ugly with red eyes, and the most striking feature was the razor parting on the left-hand side of his head.
Right. Well, let's hope somebody's seen those and you get some more help. Thank you very much.
Next, the fraud involving 400 bank drafts that were stolen from the Standard Chartered Bank, at least stolen, we think, from Heathrow. So far, the team of villains has used 8 of them to buy all kinds of goods.
Packed and ready, as requested. Have you got the cash?
No, it's a banker's draft.
I thought you were going to pay cash.
No, a banker's draft's as good as cash.
Frank Griffiths, I gather you've been almost overwhelmed with calls.
Yes, we have, both in the studio and at Heathrow. A number of people, I'm sure, haven't been able to get through to my offices at Heathrow. I would ask them to keep on calling and keep trying until they do get through and speak to them.
Now, I know one man rang here and said he'd actually been offered some of these stolen drafts.
Yes, he had. One man phoned here and asked to speak to me. I was unable to speak to him personally. He said he'd been offered stolen bank drafts. He has promised to ring me back tomorrow morning. I consider that his information is very important, and I urge him to ring me at Heathrow tomorrow.
Well, that's what the drafts look like, and those are the serial numbers of the missing ones, 01001 to 010400. Now, anybody who's got a Standard Chartered bank draft offered to them should ring the bank and check it out.
Yes, they should.
And perhaps you could clear up that one we showed was handwritten.
Yes.
And in the reconstruction, one of the victims of the fraud said it should have been typed. I gather that only applies to Standard Chartered ones.
Yes, generally with the Standard Chartered Bank, they are typed. We've had a number of calls from employees of other banks who say that in their banks they do always handwrite them.
You told me a few minutes ago there's a lot of people who wanted to see those video fits again.
Yes, there are. A number of people have asked to see the video fits. They say they're almost certain who the suspects are, but they would like to see the video fits before they ring me back and confirm the identity of the suspects.
Right, I know one police officer thinks he knows who one is.
Yes, that's true.
What should people do if they can't get through to the Heathrow number and they can't get through here?
Well, I will have my office manned by a number of police officers tomorrow. In view of the response, I will increase the number, and if they can't get through tonight, please ring tomorrow.
Frank Griffiths, thank you very much indeed. Sue.
Well, now to see what news there's been on this month's incident desk and photo call. Helen, first of all, the armed raid on the Safe Deposit Centre opposite Harrods in Knightsbridge. What news on that?
A very, very good response. Many of the callers have asked to see the photo fits again. Now, two men, and that's the one in the top left hand of the screen and the bottom of the screen, were wearing suits. The third one, the balding one, he seemed to be a lookout. Now, they used these, or a bag similar to this bag, this green bag, to carry the valuables away in. And they used the rear access, which would take them into Sheval Place in Knightsbridge. So, suited men carrying shopping bags like this must have drawn a lot of attention. If anyone has any information, call.
Right. Is there anybody who recognised the video fit of the rapist who attacked an 8.5-month pregnant woman in Liverpool?
Yes, horrific. A very good response indeed there. Many names have been put forward. There's been one interesting call from a woman who was approached in a very indecent manner by a man fitting the description of the rapist. So she has provided a very interesting new lead.
Right. Those model steam trains, £5,000 worth of trains stolen from the Model Museum in Paddington. Any news on that?
No, I'm afraid not. Not a very good response at all. We did appeal to the train enthusiasts. Some of them have rung up saying there'd been adverts in their local papers. But no, apart from that, nothing at all.
Right. And what faces have been recognised on photocall?
Well, William Day seems to have been spotted in quite a few places, and we do appear to have very concrete evidence of where he's living and where he is working. And police officers are chasing that up right now.
Right, Helen, thank you.
David Hatcher, let me tell you, is looking pleased as punch here, if not smug, with the responses so far to your appeals. Let's start first with David and Maureen Tyson. A couple wanted in connection with fraud inquiries in Yorkshire and throughout the Midlands of England.
Yes, Nick. We've had several requests to see the pictures again, and we're going to show them because we want to know where this couple is now. We've got a revised description because they've been sighted recently. The woman's now got short curly hair, and the man, we're told, has his hair parted on the left, as you can see there. They're using the aliases of Nash and Cave. We think they've got a red Fiesta that they're using now, and we also think they may be in possession of a large Rottweiler dog. And we also know that Mrs. Tyson used to breed Rottweilers. So where is that couple now, and where's the red Fiesta and the Rottweiler to give them away? Give us a call.
OK, now the guy who tried to get £92,000 worth of travellers' cheques fraudulently and offered his passport. What happened there?
Yes, well, we've had lots of calls about that one too. He left the passport in the name of S. Anderson. We know his name isn't S. Anderson now. In fact, we know just what his name is. We know where he regularly frequents. We are also told now he's in possession of a brown Porsche. So if you know exactly where he lives, you could short-circuit our inquiries. But otherwise, I think we'll pin him down anyway.
The video con man?
Yes, several names have been suggested for this person, and they're all identical. And it looks as though this character, or one of those characters, may be passing himself off as a respectable businessman in the north, and we know just where. So we're hoping to pop and see him this evening.
The jewellery thefts? Someone shoplifted, what, £10,000 or £15,000 worth of jewellery from St Neots.
That's right. We've had requests to see those pictures again. Unfortunately, not quite as promising as our first three, but you can't win them all. So we'll show you the pictures again. We've had sightings between Scotland and Spain. If you know where they are now, please give us a call. Remember, it's you, the public, that are solving all these crimes. Well done so far.
David Hatcher, thank you very much indeed. Sue.
Well, that's about it for this month, and indeed for the next 2 months. We're going to be taking a break until October. But if you still have any information to give on any of tonight's cases, please do ring us here. The lines are open till midnight, or you can ring the relevant incident room number, and they're going to be on your screen in just a moment, or ring your local police direct, or write to us here at Crimewatch UK, BBC Television, London W12 8QT.
Remember, please, we're changing from Thursdays to Tuesdays when we come back in October. From then on, Crimewatch UK is on the first Tuesday of each month, at the same time, 9:30. Meanwhile, as we always say, the crimes we show you are the rare ones, the serious ones by and large, that the police are most anxious to solve. And that sort of crime is still mercifully the exception. With your help, it will very much remain so. So please don't have nightmares, have a wonderful summer, do sleep well. Good night.
Good night.